Welcome to Previously On, a podcast series created to help you through some of the most complex yet brilliant television ever made. Game of Thrones Season 1, Episode 3, Lord Snow. The royal party have arrived in sunny King's Landing, far from Winterfell's bleak, unforgiving landscape. Ned is immediately ushered away to a meeting of the small council. En route, he encounters Jaime Lannister sat alone upon the stone steps before the Iron Throne, the most important piece of furniture in all of Westeros. The pair share a tense exchange of words about Jaime betraying and killing the Mad King, and Ned's feeling about the Mad King, who's Daenerys' and Viserys' father, killing his father and brother. At the meeting, Ned is joined by council members Lord Peter Littlefinger Baelish, Grand Maester Pycelle, Lord Renly Baratheon, King Robert's brother, and Varys, a eunuch with the title Master of Whisperers. Here, Ned learns the vast extent of the Crown's debts, and that half of the gold is owed to Lord Tywin Lannister, father to the Lannister kids Cersei, Jaime and Tyrion. Arya remains angry with Sansa over the death of Mycah, and in an effort to lighten her mood, Ned allows her to keep her sword Needle on the basis she learns how to use it properly. Back in Winterfell, Bran is awake but suffering from both memory loss and paralysis. As he lies in the half-light of his room, old Nan, a long-standing servant of the Starks, tells him stories of the White Walkers north of the Wall, how they rode on dead horses, and how a night once lasted a generation and kings froze to death in their own castles. Robb Stark enters the room, and when questioned by Bran, solemnly confirms that his younger brother will never be able to walk again. We return to King's Landing, where Catelyn Stark and Sir Roderick, Winterfell's master-at-arms and loyal servant to House Stark, are picked up by one of Littlefinger's men whilst trying to sneak into the city unnoticed. Catelyn's trying to tell Ned about the dagger. The pair are escorted to a brothel owned by Littlefinger, where he and Varys await their arrival. Catelyn fends off her anger at being shepherded to the brothel long enough to ask Littlefinger for help in finding who tried to kill Bran. Littlefinger instantly recognises the ornate dagger used by the assassin as one he himself used to own but later lost in a bet with Tyrion Lannister. Meanwhile, under the shadow of the wall in the far north, Jon Snow arrives at Castle Black, home of the Night's Watch. He's pitted against other new recruits under the scornful eye of trainer Sir Alliser Thorne. Jon quickly beats each new challenger, much to the disgust of Alliser, who gives him the moniker Lord Snow. Shortly after training, Jon is cornered by three of the humiliated recruits and only avoids death when Tyrion appears and suggests the three assailants' heads would look good adorning spikes in King's Landing. Ned and Catelyn are secretly reunited, and as news of the dagger is revealed, Ned vows to expose the Lannisters' treachery to King Robert. Littlefinger agrees to assist, declaring he could never refuse Catelyn anything. As they share a moment together, Ned tells Catelyn that Littlefinger is still in love with her. Across the Dothraki Sea, Daenerys begins to display her newfound confidence by commanding the Khalasar to halt its march. When questioned by Jorah Mormont, she declares she is not acting like a queen, but a Khaleesi. Taking great offence that his sister is now calling the shots, Viserys grabs her by the throat and draws his sword. However, he's quickly lassoed around the neck by a Rakaro, a Dothraki warrior, who drags him to the floor, asking Daenerys if she wants Viserys dead. She declines his offer and later reveals she is pregnant with Khal Drogo's child, at which point a strangely concerned Jorah, after admitting he disgraced his father, announces his intention to travel to the free city of Cahor, promising he'll return before the Horde reaches Vaes Dothrak. Back at the Wall, Lord Commander Jeor Mormont, Jorah's father, and blind Maester Aemon ask Tyrion to send word to his sister that the Night's Watch need more men as the wildlings have begun to mass in great numbers and rumours of White Walkers gather speed. We close with a return to King's Landing, where, under the watchful eye of the swordman Syrio Forel, Arya Stark takes the first steps of her training in the art of swordsmanship. Thanks for listening. Hope it's been helpful. Listen, if you've enjoyed this, I would love it if you subscribed. We've got loads more shows where this came from, and we'd love you to join us for them. If you know someone who needs to get up to speed with Thrones, just send them our way. A 5-star review wherever you get your podcasts from would also be absolutely fantastic. If you've got any feedback, have I pronounced the name wrong? I hope I haven't. Or ideas for a show that we should be covering? We'll almost certainly be doing the big ones, but you never know. There may be others that we've missed. Let us know. I'd love to hear from you over on Twitter. You can find us at Previous Podcast, or just email us hello@previouslyon.co.uk. Previously On is presented by Jamie East and is a Daft Doris production.